let's see. I did actually I did a bit of streaming yesterday on Twitch. I already started this test. I managed to get a 29.3 in the Cadillac, and I think I got a 29.4 in the Bentley. So improved on what it was. Definitely improved on how quick the cars were before. But still, I think definitely in the Cadillac there was more time to come. So you see, yeah, 29.3 dead. I used the soft tires. It looks as if after this patch the soft tires work in much higher temperatures, but when I got towards the last sector, I could sort of tell they were understeering quite a bit. But I want to get back in. I'm going to try the Bentley again. I'm going to get back in the Bentley and try and do something a little bit better with the setup. Maybe I'll sort of threw the setups together. I'll try and understand the setups a little bit better, so we can get more of an accurate reading. Right. Hopefully. Yeah, hopefully the Bentley is competitive again. I don't know how much slower the Ferrari is than it was before, but I think anything in a 1 minute 28 I think will be decent. I did try the 650 at Red Bull Ring yesterday on Twitch, and it was shocking. It still didn't seem to have the speed. I'm not sure if it's just track dependent, because obviously this is a pretty fast track. But yeah, it just, I didn't manage to do anything with it. But as I said, it was just pretty much thrown together setup. So with work, maybe it can be up there, but I'm not too sure yet. This is what I was running on the Bentley. I'm trying to. It's weird, man. The hard tires seem to be a little bit harder than they were before. I almost want to try something crazy. I want to try like hards at the front and softs at the rear. Right. I'll try and knock the downforce down quite a bit. Put that up. Yesterday as well, I don't know whether it's a new glitch or a new bug, but every time I went to save a setup it was saying profanity, so I couldn't save any setups. It was pretty weird. I'll try again now. Hope it doesn't keep happening to me. Oh, there you go, saved. Nice one. Right. Traction up. quick as I went yesterday. Let's see what the last sector's like. Definitely when you run the soft tyres, I feel like there's more speed down the straight. Let's see. There's definitely more speed down the straight in the softs, but you suffer a little bit more at the end of the lap. I'm trying to read your comments through the app on my phone, but it keeps disconnected. Oh God. Yeah, I'm sure this patch is 503. Yeah. Alright. Totally messed that all up. My phone locked so quick, I didn't even get a chance to read your comments. Yeah. Alright. I know, 502, 503. Yeah, on PS4. I don't know. I thought I saw 503. Feel that the Bentley is a little bit lighter now. You really like chuck it through corners and stuff. Oh my God. No. I've done something wrong here. Definitely not as stable through braking. Must be that. Just the engine braking on 4. Right. Like I said, we managed a 29.4 yesterday. That'll be on my Twitch stream in the Bentley. But the last sector was just tacky. not sure why the game lets you get away with track extenders on turn 1 so much. Oh great, now I can't slow it down. Shocking. I might actually put the ABS down a little bit. Next corner's quite tricky in this car for some reason. With the soft tyres, they seem to like understeer quite a lot. At this part of that. Yeah, it's fighting for grip a little bit too much by the end. .29.8, last sector again. Shocking. Yo. Go on then, it's just water. Pour it in a cup. Or you want to drink it from the bottle? Go on then. You don't have to be right behind me when you're doing it. Okay. I'm gonna try the hard tires, I think. I knock the pressures all the way down. Let's see if they heat up quicker. Definitely there is more grip in the last sector with the hards, but I'm not sure it carries the same sort of speed down the straight. Setup don't feel too bad, but I'm pretty sure before we're getting like, I don't know, 29.7s in the last sector, and now for some reason it's like 30.1s and 30.2s. So I haven't even been able to do a 29 last sector, which is the reason why I probably can't get into the 28s at the moment. On the grass, what an idiot. Alright, let me read your comments real quick. This PlayStation app's winding me up. That was a classy spin, that. Alright. Really? I don't know, man. There was B.O.P changes to like the Aston Martin. Well, there a lot of changes to the Aston Martin. There was a lot of changes to the weight of some cars, and if you change the weight, that means you've changed the balance, if you ask me, because if you've got less weight, you're going to be quicker. Is the Ferrari still the best car? That's going to be up for debate, I think. Maybe it's not. I think it'll still be strong in the race. I think the Ferrari is a strong car in the race, but you can definitely match the Ferrari's times now. Yeah. B.O.P is the balance of performance, to try and make all the cars as equal as possible. So, yeah. Right. The Bentley being made lighter, you can definitely tell. Whether or not this is the a Bentley kind of circuit, and with the track conditions being sort of in between hards and softs, I don't know if you're going to get a proper reading. But I do remember testing the Bentley back in the day around here, and it was literally just a struggle to get into the 1 minute 30. So to be doing 29.4s, I think is a big step. Whether or not it can challenge the Audi, Lambo, Ferrari, I don't know. Definitely less grip on turning with the hards, definitely. It's crazy. Oh no, I just cannot get on with the hards. Like this, what's the track temperature? 103. Wow. The hards now don't, still, they're not digging into the surface at 103. Wow, that is pretty big. I mean, I'm not sure how fast the softs will wear in a race. I think that's pretty good, to be honest, because a lot of races are just standardly boring. Put the hard tyres on, you know you're going to get to the end. But now you might have to choose between hards and softs depending on track temperature. That might be decent for league racing. I should really take this phone lock off. It keeps on locking every time I come out of the chat. I had a Renault set up before the patch that still worked after the patch with a couple of tweaks. It was fine. So I'm not gonna delete everything just yet. I think a lot of the cars have been made more oversteery. That's what I've noticed. A lot of the cars are a little bit more oversteery on corner exits, so you got to be a little bit more careful with the power and stuff. Alright, what I want to do, I'm going to try to reset this Bentley setup completely. Just stick soft tyres on again. And have a look at what we're going to do. Try something different on the setup, I think. Alright, knock that down. Put the brake ducts down. And we've got 1.7 downforce. We'll try that. It's weird. I'm gonna leave the toe angles how they were on the Bentley. Check that out. Leave all of that. I don't know if the this is definitely quicker. B.O.P means balance of performance. Yeah. I mean, in real life, they balance the cars race by race, I think. So, it's kind of impossible to do in project cars, but they must find some way to get the cars a little bit more equal, because up till now it's been a bit of a Ferrari show, which is just kind of boring. Alright. They changed. I know they added a Ferrari challenge, and then they changed the the NSX. I think they made the NSX lighter. They gave the McLaren more power. They made the Bentley lighter. They did a whole host of changes to the Aston Martin and the AMG. So yeah, they also changed the tires as well. Alright, that's my control pad. Done. Gone across again. Absolute bellend. Great. Absolute great. I'm trying to remember what sort of sector times I was doing in the Renault when we had the AMR race. I can't remember. No, the car was horrible. On the rear. I haven't done the dampers yet, I suppose. I'm gonna try everything first. I'm gonna try completely stiff. Because you never know what this patch is gonna bring up. What kind of broken setups are gonna work. I'll put that down actually. Get rid of the bump stops. Oh, for fuck's sake. I mean, I've had to change the way I set cars up so many times on this game, it's crazy. Just because of a new patch. Alright. Actually, discard what I just did. Discard that. Put my power ramp up. Maybe 70. Oh god, disconnected again. This app is stupid. We thought we was going to have to go into the AOR race with no previous practice of the patch. So in the end the AOR race ended up getting cancelled. The Aston Martin was a great car and P-Cars won. I'm not sure why they just murdered it like that for this game, but They made a lot of changes. I don't know if you've used it since the patch, but they made a lot of changes to that car, so I'm gonna have to test it and see. Oh, okay. Alright, let's see. Wow, could have broke a lot later than I thought I could. Slightly wide again. Terrible turn two, but actually up all the time. Oh my god, kill me now, Jesus Christ. What's interesting about the Bentley is you can put more wing on and it's still getting fast first sectors. Interesting. So I've got that turn two on the last lap. Messed that up. Carry on. I lose most of the time. Yeah, last sector is just slow. 30.2. Wow, that's crazy slow that. I'm sure in the Renault, even online in practice, I'm sure the Renault was a good bit quicker than that. Anyway. Get off of me. Oh, great. Let me see what let's see what I did to the setup, the one I got a 29.4 with. I think it was this one. What did I do to that? 1.6. Interesting. Right, I had a much slower camber. .7, not too much difference, but the camber's a lot higher. Does minimum camber work on this game? Or now? About to find out. That used to be the trick on P-Cars 1. With every patch, with every tyre change, you got to try everything. Alright, let me check your comments real quick. Not sure why the app keeps on disconnecting. Oh, every time the app closes, I think I lose all the comments. Absolute great stuff. Oh yeah, I can't even remember what controller days are like. I mean, once you get a wheel, you'll never go back. Never go back. I have like about 3 or 4 pads, all broken. I don't even take care of my control pads anymore. They're literally for Netflix nowadays. God, did it again. For fuck's sakes, kill me. I'm like the worst time trialer ever. I hope you know this. I mean, traction control. In some instances, I feel like it slows you down, or well, it bogs you down. But sometimes I've been quicker with it, like blatantly quicker with it. But in a race, I don't know. For some reason, in a race when you've got more fuel, it seems a lot easier to do no traction control. In a race, I can say when you turn off traction control, it's definitely faster, like definitely. But sometimes when I'm hot lapping or whatever, it just winds me up. I'm gonna try this. But the Bentley's got so much power, you can really hear when the traction control starts cutting in, and it just puts me off because mentally I feel like it's slowing me down. Because I can hear it, I think about it. Let's see.
not a great first sector. I think I even managed a point 2 from the Bentley yesterday. Pretty fast. Understeer. Oh my god. What an absolute joke. Alright, I'm gonna try something here. Is that max? I'm gonna see what 2.6 does. I think the dampers are still default. I think maybe now with the extra bit of, I don't know, it feels like more torque or a little bit more oversteer rear. Maybe you had to put the power ramp a little bit higher than usually had to. Maybe that might be the difference. But yeah, I'm totally not feeling the benefit of the camber. It didn't feel like anything really. It didn't feel dramatically faster down the straight. So put that back up a little bit. I'm gonna try 2.6. All I really want to do is just match the first 2 sectors that I did on my lap when I got a 29.4, and just somehow start getting it into the 29s in the last sector. Then it should be decent. Traction control's putting me off. It has to come on. I want to focus on improving this last sector somehow. Understeer was real. I don't understand. I put more wing on, I got more understeer. Wow, kill me now. Right. What did I used something yesterday that felt good. It's one of these two. I'll try this one first. Hard tires definitely tell the difference turning into turn 1. It's almost as if for hard tires and soft tires you're going to have to run completely different setups. You just do not dig in. The track's just not hot enough for hards. How very weird. Let me read your comments. I'll show you my force feedback settings, but I change mine quite often, to be honest. It's what mine are like. Depending on what car I'm in, I'll put the volume up. Like the Renault, I normally have to run with the volume between 18 and 20. But for some of these other cars, I just put it down. I might leave it at around 14 actually for the Bentley. Yeah, but yeah, I change my force feedback settings often, very often. But just it will just be the movement of volume, nothing else, nothing too drastic. Right, wow. That felt sketchy. I'm gonna come off the Bentley in a minute. As I said before, I tried the Cadillac. The Cadillac was actually pretty fast. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm just hoping that some of these cars can mix it. Very loose in the braking. I wonder why it's got so much understeer in that last sector. Baffling me. And still, even with running wide, it was only a 30.2. Alright, the Bentley, get out of my face, get on my nerves now. Alright. Can you believe the Cadillac is doing better than the Bentley? Unbelievable. What is it we're seeing here? I don't know, man. Alright, what should I try next? I did actually name the stream testing that Red Bull ring. The Red Bull ring winds me up. What do I? Let's have a go in the Aston, maybe. I want to see if the Aston is still total garbage. Oh, we've got some new liveries, huh? I actually don't really like any of those. all those. Decent. No, we'll try Red Bull Ring again in the Aston. I think I started making the setup about maybe 2 weeks before this patch came out. I just tried to test it at Hockenheim, and the car just tries to kill you everywhere. But apparently they made, I don't think any car was touched more than the Aston, so should be interesting if it still handles like a bag of shite. Alright. I'm not going to touch anything default actually. What I will do is I'll put softs on. Wow, 1 downforce on default. Wow. Just 1? Okay. I've never seen a car have just 1 down. Actually, it only goes up to 2 on the rear, I think. It feels better already. I can just tell. Okay. Has this thing got caster angles? Because the steering wheel's gone seriously heavy. I don't know, lads. What happens if the Aston Martin is back in the party? The scenes. Wait, hold on. Can shorten the gears and all. Interesting. It is a little bit interesting, I'm not gonna lie. It has a much better balance. Before it just felt dodgy as soon as you got in it. Wow, that is like a lot of brake balance towards the rear. Wow, on default 66. Jesus Christ. This car must try to kill you into corners. What times did you manage to get in the Aston, Nick Meader? To be honest, I feel like most vehicles on this game run better with weight. They always feel better in the race than they do, well, they feel better with heavy fuel. I won't say in the race because the cars always feel dodgy in the race. But when they're heavy, most cars tend to feel better. The Renault does. Wow. Okay, I cannot put that brake mapping down. I have to go up to 10. I'm a leader at least 8. At least. Right. Get rid of all this. Hopefully the car's not too hard to set up. We can just get something going quickly instead of having to spend hours on it. Alright. And if it's me, that curb seems to pull you in even more. Oh my god, the understeer's horrendous. Wow. Right. I think this car is actually going to take some setting up. I really do. So you gonna... Definitely need stiffening. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Stiffen it quite a lot. I'm making this car super stiff. Super duper stiff. Hopefully it doesn't kill me, but guess we're gonna find out. That's not too bad. Yeah. Be interesting. Zhuhai was interesting. I watched the PC race yesterday, and even though the same guys won it and whatnot, you could tell by the lap times the field spread in terms of pace wasn't that different. There was like 4 tenths between some of the guys, but obviously with the guys at the front being probably a bit more consistent, sort of painted the picture that the Ferrari was still the quickest. But I saw through the smoke. There's definitely potential for other cars now. Hold on, what the hell? Was that a 20.21.3 in the first sector did I just see? Wow. It feels awful, but it's fast. I imagine it's going to be pretty terrible for the middle. It's still got a weird feel, but It's better than it was, but it's still, I don't know, something kind of weird about it. It still doesn't feel like the Aston from P-Cars one, put it that way. Um, I don't know. This brake balance is like, it's crazy, and you still get oversteer when you're turning in. I can almost feel the engine brake. Let me see what happens if I change the final drive and work with shorter gears. Let's see. This engine braking just, I don't know, it feels horrible. Um, I'm gonna. Okay, I'll try 2 on the rear. I'll try and make it through the corners without spinning. I am literally probably one of the worst time trials you ever see. I bottle every lap. I never finish anywhere near my potential. And I just upload the video anyway. Track limits. Get kicked out of here while for that. Can you turn, please? Alright, maybe I should have went down to first, but it just didn't want to turn. I'm not sure about this car on the brakes, to be honest. I'll brake a little bit earlier. I don't know, there's something weird about this car. Oh my god, do you understand? Oh my god, the understeer is crazy. Wow. Wow, no. It's just literally a fight the whole way around, unless you're driving in a straight line. I can't imagine the pain this car would bring to someone in the league. My god. Why don't you turn? Why do you just not want to turn? No, I've got to try knocking this down. This is crazy. What is all of this? Nah, we ain't having that. Maybe you just got to do some crazy stuff to this car, get it to work. Maybe. I don't know, but in terms of corners, it's just not having it. And the braking doesn't feel great either. But it definitely feels a lot better than it did before. It just doesn't want to turn, that's it. Okay. I admit defeat. I admit defeat. You turn that brake balance down, and it's just like, nah. I know. I know what I'll do. I'll put that back. I'm gonna put this to 0. Put that to 5 or something. I don't understand why it's so difficult to drive. It was a nice car in P-Cars 1. Why have they killed it? No, this is not PC, this is PS4 Pro, mate. Thought I'd do a stream while my daughter's asleep. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't. I just can't. There's just no light at the end of the tunnel. Like I want the balance of the GT3s to be good, so you can see more than just a bunch of Ferraris driving around. But some of these cars they fixed up, they just, to me, still, they're probably still gonna be like a second down. And all the best guys are always just gonna choose the fastest car, so you're not really gonna see the mix of cars that I was expecting. I'm never gonna choose the best car. I like to I change my car every season. So I wanna try something different. I'm actually fed up of Red Bull Ring 2. I'm gonna go to Long Beach. Guess I might have to change the name of the stream. Alright. What do I need to test around Long Beach? Should I do the Cadillac at Long Beach? Maybe. I did want to test the Z4 as well. I did do a lap the other day in the AMG around Long Beach. I heard the M6 was a little bit harder to drive now. Okay, we'll try the Cadillac again. And we'll go with yes. I can't remember what the track temperature is around this track. In time trial. Oh god. I'm sure it's pretty hot. Honestly, I don't actually know what to do with the tires at the moment either. That might be as big as anything else. I swear the hards used to grip a lot more. I don't know if I haven't tried online lobbies, no, and I don't actually go online that much because people just wind me up every 5 seconds trying to take you out and all that kind of stuff. Only time I'm online is when I'm league racing, to be honest. Right. Okay. We'll go with this one. And we'll just add downforce. That should do. Track temperature 117. not doing very detailed setups at the moment. I feel like I haven't really got the time to sit here in front of you guys and sit down and make a detailed setup and stuff. I'll probably do that in another video or something, but right now just want to see if the cars are any closer. So we've got 16s in pretty much most other cars. 16s in the Porsche. The 16 in the Renault. I actually went quicker in the Renault offline than I did in my time trial time. I think I matched the Porsche 16.6 in the Renault. So if I can get a 16 with a Cadillac, job done. Oh wow, no. This is like super light. It's what I mean by having to constantly change my force feedback. No. Just realised something. I'm sure I ran with a smaller steering angle. Where are you? Yeah. I'm not sure if the softs will work. I don't know about the softs around here. I'm gonna have to try hard real quick, because they felt just a little bit sluggish. It really did try to kill me there, to be fair. Don't know why. Why would you do that to me? 210 max downforce. Yeah, I feel like it should work. Yep, the hards are quicker. Way more turning. Oh my god, turn. I'm gonna default this. I'm gonna absolutely default this. Definitely, I would say the majority of setups that I've used, you just can't get away with the old ones. Literally, the Renault is the only car that I use where older setups felt any good. I'm not having this, knock that down. I'm gonna try it almost on default. I'm just gonna give it more camber. Knock down the radiator. Knock that up. Knock that down. Alright. Wow. Pretty low down to the ground, this car. it up a little bit. I think the Cadillac is the best handling GT3 out there. Ooh, I don't know about that. I mean, front end wise, I probably much prefer the Audi and the Renault. I think the Renault's probably the most stable. And then you got the Porsche as well. It's just got crazy traction. So no, personal preference, I guess. Jesus Christ. The traction, insane. There's just none there whatsoever. Whatsoever. Not sure about that. Yeah, it doesn't seem a lot of traction at the minute. I'll have to soften up the rear. Which, I mean, was kind of soft anyway. Alright. I wonder why the traction is totally trying to kill me, and I've actually got traction control on. But this is one of them tracks when I turned off traction control, I actually got more traction. Very weird. Don't know why that was. But okay. So far the pattern I've noticed, whenever I've gone quickest after the patch, my power amp's normally been on 85 or 80. So I don't know if that's a thing or not. Maybe it is. But definitely for me, the hard tires, man, they're harder. Definitely they feel a little bit harder, a little bit less grip. Yeah, I used the Renault too, and they were decent. I mean, it can definitely get a 17. Don't know about 16s though. Don't know if it has the ability. I mean, maybe, just maybe, the cars are a tad slow. Lap again. Wow. I don't even know. I don't even know what to tell you. It's just like, it still just feels like there's just not enough grip. I don't know. It is kind of weird. It's like, the tires are not, don't feel like they're biting into the surface that much, if you know what I mean. It just feels like they're sort of skating across. But I don't mind that as long as that's in every car and you don't sort of get like a Ferrari that's just gripping up at the rear and it can bite into the surface at any time, because even if it's not the quickest over a lap, it will be the best car for a race, which it has been for a while. So here is hoping, eh? So a lot of understeer on power. So I might try and knock the brake mapping down a bit. Power ramp down by 1. Alright. Shocking. 1 sector. Anyone? fight. Definitely a bit of a fight in the last sector. I'm not sure. I mean, when I tried the Renault at Zhuhai after the patch, obviously we'd been practicing for the AOR race. It was a few tenths slower, I think. I went from getting 32 nines in the race, and I started getting 33 threes and that. So I think it was about 3 or 4 tenths slower, but I'm not sure if that's just because I'm not fully comfortable with the setups and stuff yet. But it's definitely, I could definitely tell the loss of pace and the gain of sort of, I don't know, a little bit more oversteery, especially on corner exit. So I know that's a thing, but for me, I would not say this car's competitive around here anyway. Maybe at Red Bull Ring, it's half decent because of the altitude and the fact that it's a turbo and stuff. But around there, nah, pal. It doesn't feel great at all. It doesn't feel like bad, but it just, I don't feel like I can really ring it without smashing into a wall, if I'm honest. Engine braking didn't feel too bad. What's that last comment? Have more adherence. I'm not too sure what you mean there, pal. Clever, is it? So far, I think this patch is slower than the last one. I don't know. I don't know until I'm probably about 2 weeks in, when you got all the setups down and you know exactly what you're doing. But I wouldn't say that all of a sudden it's just a lot quicker. What I think you might be able to improve certain time trial times is the fact that you can use softs when the track temperature is a little bit higher. That might get you a faster time, but in terms of when you've got to stick the hards and stuff, I don't know. I definitely don't think it's as fast. Gear down for me. Jesus. I still haven't even brought out my race highlights from Long Beach. Probably get that done later on today. car is actually trying to kill me. I have to try a little traction control. No, just no. I'm not even going to complete that. Traction control feels a little bit quicker, to be honest. Yeah, uh, I have, to be honest, I thought it was just my will, but I have noticed a little difference in force feedback certain times. I'm feeling like certain bumps that I never used to feel. It's weird. And it's like now when I go on the curbs, it's like it's so hard to get the car off the curb. It's a joke, especially at Red Bull Ring, that last corner. I try to pull the car off the curb. It's just like literally glued to the curb. So, I want to gear down. I don't know, man. I do not know. I mean, I doubt very much that the more established cars, should I say, will be that slow. Now I'm on a T300 as well, man, and it winds me up. I cannot begin to describe how much it winds me up. And I guess after my Long Beach race, you're going to see why it winds me up. But without spoiling too much, if you haven't already watched the race on the AOR YouTube channel, and if you're not already, go and subscribe to them, man. At least get to watch our races live. Pretty decent. Watched the PC race yesterday. It was a good race. I think I even watched the PC Pro race as well. That was a decent race as well. Some good battles. I think in the Pro tier you see a lot more. You see a mix of a lot more cars. our race got cancelled. Obviously, the patch came out the same day as the race, so well, the patch came out for some of us. If you're in America, then I don't even know if you got the patch now, which is pretty out of order, to be fair. Um, Try to do tracks that I'm just not complete garbage at. Tracks that are nice and short. Uh, I already had a setup for a Z4 around here. I really want the Bentley to work, to be honest. But I don't know. I don't know if this patch has really made a big difference. Maybe it's made a difference to how fast the Ferrari was and bringing more cars into play. But at the absolute like head of the field, will you start seeing cars that we've never seen before? Maybe only the AMG. I tried the McLaren. The McLaren's got no chance still. In my opinion, still probably the slowest GT3 car with next to the Aston, which is pretty shocking. Alright, 148 track temp now. This should be definite hard territory. But how often do you drive in 148 track temp? My force feedback settings. As I said, I change them very often. So this is my force feedback settings are, and I change between when I'm driving the Renault or cars that have really light steering, I have it like 20, 18. If I'm driving, I don't know, someone like the Aston has heavy steering, put it down to between 13. I can't remember what car I use 11 in. One of the GT3s has got like seriously heavy steering, so I put it down to like 11. Can't remember what car it is, but between 20 and 11 basically, and all the rest I just leave. But the Bentley, I'm probably put around 14. Direct drive wheel. I mean, it would be great, but knowing PS4, Sony, if they did do a direct drive wheel, it'd probably cost you double the price of a bloody PlayStation, or triple the price. Knowing these lot. Hold on, I've even got hard tyres on. If these tyres are soft, they didn't even feel that bad. Wow. Normally when the track's like seriously hot, you can't even turn in with softs. A big improvement. I'm gonna say now, I reckon the majority of league races now are gonna be run the full distance on softs, I think. Unless it's like as hot as it is here, I think you're gonna get away with softs for the full race, like we did back on P Cars 1. I know it's not Red Bull Ring, but I did Red Bull Ring earlier, and I did Red Bull Ring yesterday on a Twitch. I did on stream. I did on Twitch, and I'm fed up with Red Bull Ring. Still my head in. Um, but what I can tell you about Red Bull Ring is that you might as well leave your McLaren in the garage because it's not gonna compete at all. are the hards feeling less grippier than the softs in this track heat? Please explain to me. I don't like the hard tires at all. Wow. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you about these hard tires. They just don't feel right at all. I'm pretty sure the softs had more grip. I mean, should softs feel good in this sort of track heat? Maybe for 2 or 3 laps and then just completely destroy themselves? Maybe. I don't know. But definitely, I think the tires are the biggest struggle since the patch for me. There's so much more gripping. Wonderful, absolute wonderful. I feel like the tires are just, they're definitely spicy. And the tires are going to need some work when you're doing your setups, because I'm like confused what to even use at the minute. Through the first few corners it was all about the softs, and then I started feeling in the hairpin I could just feel the understeer. It was crazy. But the first few corners for the hards, it was like all over the place. So I generally feel like if you're using hards, you cannot use the same setup like at all that you have if you're using soft. So if quali is like one temperature and the race is sort of slightly hotter, then you're gonna have to have 2 complete different setups. It's very weird. More work, but I guess if you're racing, then you love doing work, eh? What is the hottest you want softs during the race? I'm pretty weird. I don't even look at temperature, I just look at PSI, and as long as it says 26, then I'm fine. When it starts going to 27s and 28s, you just feel the loss of grip. But I don't know on the new patch, I don't know if that's the right numbers to follow, so I don't know. But normally I just keep my PSI at 26, I don't even look at temperatures. I actually started a setup video at Zolder um, in the Renault. I didn't finish it and then the patch came out, so I will eventually, especially as I think Zolder's our next, well no, now. We got Zhuhai and then Zolder, but I'll probably make a Zolder video, yeah. What car are you looking for around Zolder anyway? What's happening, Ironic? Um, my finding so far is just that the tyres are just a lot different. I think that's what the main thing is the tyres. Figuring out which tires are the best. I yesterday when I streamed on Twitch, I even found that I use softs on the rear and hards on the front. and that felt decent. So I think there's going to be a lot of crazy goings on setups from now, where you're going to maybe have hard on one wheel and softs on another wheel and all types of rubbish. Because you could sort of do that, this sort of thing. The only time I've ever had to do this is season 8 at Monza, when we did a night race and the Audi just did not get any heat into the hards, so you had to run like softs on the rear, hards on the front, and it was crazy. I know, for me definitely, two different setups is definitely needed for hards and softs. You cannot get away with the same setup for both. Um, so I need to get this temperature into these hards. They just don't feel like they dig into the track surface at all. I'll read your comments. Yeah, I can't believe they made the McLaren so slow either. Um, it's crazy. Yeah, I mean, what at Red Bull Ring in time trial, I always used to use the hard tires. When I set my best times, I was always on the hard tires, but it was definitely quicker. Even though the softs were, I don't know, they were just understeering by the end of the lap. The first two sectors was definitely soft territory. Like I was doing 21.2s in the first sector. I don't think I've ever been able to go that fast at any point on the hards in any patch. And I'm not even using what's perceived to be the best cars. I'm getting 21.2s in a Bentley and 21.3s in a Cadillac. So I don't know. I may imagine if you're, I don't know, taking the bloody Ferrari or the Lamborghini or something. So who knows, man? I think they should wipe all the time trials, man. To be honest, a lot of the times are so many patches ago. Just wipe the time trials and just so we can get a proper reference point. I end up going on the PC, looking at the leaderboards and clicking on the date just to find cars that have done it in 2018 or times that have been done in 2018. Alright. I'm back on the hard tires again. That's a bit better. No. hell of a lot of oversteer. I mean, one thing I noticed is you're gonna have to take a little bit more precaution when you're driving now, definitely. Sometimes I realize I was just put my foot straight down, no problem, easy. But yeah, it's a little bit more. You gotta take care. It's almost like driving in the wet. How you drive in the wet and how you apply the throttle and stuff. Um, that's sort of what you're gonna have to do in the dry now. And for some reason, my app has just decided, you know what, I don't want to work anymore. This is absolute great. This phone's winding me up. Um, Connect me back to the internet. Wow. Yeah, the Bentley's trash around here. I don't know if the game is slightly slower or whether the cars I'm driving are just still not there. Who knows? Alright, connected that back to the internet. Maybe should I go online and try a race online or something? No, my luck, I'll probably get beaten up. Alright, let's go online. Let's see if there's a race that's worth my time. Uh, uh, oh god, why did I go this way? It's the longest way ever. Monza, boring. Zolder, 2 people. Zolder, qualifying. Why is it? People really do like Monza. I really do struggle to understand why. It's like the most boring track known to man, honestly. They're all in Audis, and all I can pick is an Audi. Great. I want to drive an Audi. Right. There's just nothing here that I really want to do. Spa, qualified, finished. Great. What an absolute waste of time. I mean, I could do this, but I just don't like Monza. I don't know what to tell you. Alright, see if we can get this app back on. Wow, load of Ferraris still. Hehehehe. Yeah, baby. I rock up in my Aston Martin with them colours. Um, right. Let's see what these track temps are saying. 12th of April should be cool enough. 107. I must say you're gonna get away with softs. I think so. Been disconnected. Oh my god. Absolute AIDS. Fucking hell. How did I get disconnected? Please explain to me. Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the track that's closest to my memory at the moment, which is Zhuhai. Zhuhai in the Bentley. Actually, before patch 31.6 in the Renault, really should have been a 31.2. But as I said, I'm terrible at time trial. So we will try the Bentley. No, we won't try the Bentley. We will try. I mean, what do you want me to try? Should we try the McLaren and just make ourselves all upset and stuff? I'll try the McLaren. Just because of how upsetting it is that they just continuously just disrespect this car. Zolder is a good track. Yeah, I seen the lap record got improved by the AMG by a tenth, which is good. Mm. 118 track temp. Alright. I'm knocking this down, man. I'm knocking this down. I can't remember what sort of top speed I was getting before the patch around here. Yes, darling.
A hot cross bun.
You want a hot cross bun?
Yes.
Give me 2 seconds, I'll make you a hot cross bun.
Can I have both with cheese?
Both with cheese? You said a hot cross bun. You never said plural, you said one. You said both with cheese.
Can I have 2 hot cross buns?
2.
Yes. 2 with cheese.
Oh, you're not big enough for 2. 1.5.
Oh my god.
I'm joking, I'll get you in a sec. Oh, what have I done with the gears? Oh my god. I always do this in the McLaren. I start messing with gears, trying to figure out a way to get it to accelerate quicker, and it's just dead.
Daddy, change the plan. There's no hot cross buns left.
Oh, there's no hot cross buns left. Oh, that's
so
upsetting.
I can have waffles.
Waffles?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll get you waffles.
Why are you being so dramatic about everything today?
What do you mean? They always ask me for food. Alright, get in a sec. Oh my god, get off me. Turn. Jesus Christ. Wow. I'm upset. I already am. Feels a bit weird around here. Why? I don't know. Alright. Sorry, let me check your comments. And as you heard, I gotta go make a waffle in a minute. Because this is what happens to me. There's too many women in this house trying to control me, man. I wish I understood you, Simon. I understand. Is that Allah? I know that's hello. I ain't too good with the languages though. I'll tell you what. Me and Ronaldo, don't know if you guys know him or not. His YouTube channel is like Rene. He's gonna be testing some cars as well. We're gonna sort of test the balance between the two of us. And he's pretty much the expert on the Huracan. So I'll probably put his channel in the description after this video. But I will give it a go anyway. But I know that Ronaldo is very good in the Lamborghini, extremely good. I think most of his times, pretty much world record times for Lamborghini. So yeah. If the tires wear far, I don't know. I haven't done enough laps to find out. But to me personally, I don't think the hard should wear faster because the hards feel even harder than they were before. So they might last longer. Hopefully what they've done is maybe taken a leaf out of F1's book. They've made the softs hard enough to use, but they wear a lot quicker. And then that way you get that sort of balance of whether to choose hards or softs. What did you guys use for that race yesterday? Was you all on hards? I know the track temp must have been about 135 Fahrenheit, I think. Alright, yeah. So the hards do wear much less. Do you reckon the softs would have made it to the end of that AOR race yesterday? Or they would have been totally dead by halfway? Because for me, what I'm looking for from the tyres... Oh, hards all along. Oh. What I'm looking for from the tyres is the softs to be like a second quicker. So it's worth taking the gamble to run the softs in a race, but then obviously you might have to pit. I think that would be pretty good for AOR, I think. Especially if you know you're gonna have to get away at the front because you know you're gonna have to make a pit stop. But the hard tires, you know you can go the full distance. I find the races without pit stops, once the order's already set, we kind of know what's gonna happen. Do you know what I mean? So, alright, let's try one more lap real quick. Again, the McLaren is another car that's pretty heavy on the steering, so I might knock my force feedback down just a little bit. Maybe it was the McLaren I put it to 11. I can't remember. Leave me alone. Wonderful. Unbelievable. Alright, one more time before I go and make these waffles. Well, it's not really make waffles, it's just put them in a toaster, heat them up. Golden syrup, job done. Carrying on. Got to. I almost feel like the first gear or the gears in this car are just a little bit too high. Oh god. Oh wow. Super slow for the middle. I can't tell whether it's the car or whether it's the tyres, but I put the hards on and I feel like they're sketchy, and then I put the softs on and I feel like they grip, but then they understeer. It really is stuck between a rock and a hard place at the minute. Certainly, like with the hards, you definitely need a bit more stability under braking because you can feel the back end trying to come round on you, where the softs you feel like you can sort of get away with murder a little bit. But yeah, let me go and make these waffles. I'll be back in a second. Yes, I'm back. Equipped with some chicken flavored Walker's crisps. Decent. What is your flavor of Walker's crisp, man? I used to be a ready salted man. The Renault felt okay. It was just, I know it was like a little bit more lazy at the front and a little bit more oversteer from the rear, but I made a few changes and I was only about 3 or 4 tenths slower with heavy fuel at Zhuhai, so I don't know. On the hard tires, I think the game's slower, personally. But obviously, until we've done a proper race on them, because the guys on the PC yesterday, they were running and they were running the pace that I was doing in practice, and then once we got the patch and I tried the same setup again, and then I changed a few bits to make it handle how I wanted to, it was definitely not as quick. So if they were getting 32s in the race, 32 9s, 32 8s in the race, before patch they were probably getting maybe 32 5s and 4s. Yes, these chicken flavored Walker's crisps. Yes. Anyway, what type of tire pressure is going to work for these now? I feel like this patch was is more disruptive than the other one, than patch 4. So that's it. Patch 4 I didn't necessarily have to really change everything, but this one feels like I'm gonna have to change quite a bit. Yeah, the hairpin actually felt better on the hard than it did on the soft. And then you get moments like that. Crazy. I feel so sorry for this McLaren, I really do. I think it's still going to be collecting cobwebs. Oh, just, you know what, I just can't even be arsed with you. Just wasting my time. Um, Alright. Guess we should try the Renault, as we know pretty much what we were doing. What are my times so far on what track, dude? There's been nothing outstanding, I would say. No outstanding times, no massive improvements or anything. Well, there was a massive improvement yesterday when I streamed on Twitch in the Cadillac. I managed to do a 29.3 flat around Red Bull Ring. I'm pretty sure the car wasn't that great before, but managed to get the Bentley into a 29.4 around Red Bull Ring. But again, it's just that decision between the tyres, man. Alright. I did which one was I using for AOR again? Yeah, it was this one. I used. One thing. Force feedback. The Renault is very light when it comes to force feedback. Shocking first sector. Definitely cannot brake as late for that corner. Definitely not. Well, I might try actually, because that will be with the hard tyre. And this is pretty much what my race setup was after patch. It was slightly different before patch. I'm gonna try softs so I can get a direct comparison. So there was on race fuel in when I was practicing, there was about a definite 4/10 difference. On the hards it was 4/10 slower. So let's see if that transpires to time trial. Let's see if I use the softs and go a bit quicker. Nope, because I'm going to undersit straight off. Great. Let me try the actual time trial setup I used, which is this one, I think. I can't remember now. I've changed setups so much, it's a joke. I'm sure, I think I've saved over it now. I'm sure I had 1.6 on, I'm sure of it. a bit too early there. What the hell was that? Good. Great. The best way I can explain it is the hards feel really hard, the softs feel like mediums, and then it feels like there should be an even softer tire. Oh my god. I don't know. These tires are crazy. Let me read your comments. I'm sure on P-Cars 1 there was a medium tire. The softs almost feel like mediums. And the hards feel just super hard. Like, I mean, in a race situation, I think it's still probably going to end up choosing the hards, I'd say. But if you might want to, depending on the track, you might want to still just mess around in the with the tires and what tire compound you have on which side of the car. Feel guilty driving a Ferrari. Yeah, I can't do that Ferrari life, man. I almost got caught out by that when the game first came out. That's all I drove at first, but can't do it anymore. But it looks a lot more equal. The understeer is crazy. Alright, I've got to try this. I'm going to try hards on the front, softs on the rear. And let's see if the craziness begins. I'm sure this is going to handle a little bit better. If it does, I mean, what does that mean for setups now? It just means you just got to set your car up completely broken to get it to work. Which I don't think really is a good thing, but could have got away with it. Too greedy on the throttle. I mean, it started off as a B.O.P test, but it's turned into a tyre test, to be honest. That was definitely slower. Not that much. The balance is off. The balance is completely off. I don't know what to tell you, lads. I don't. The only setup I've been 100% comfortable with is this one, which is totally just a race setup. Uh-oh, what did I do? Uh-oh. Did I save over something? I think I did. I'm sure these were hard. Oh my god, what am I doing? Oh, hold on. I think I got the original setup that I had for the race before the patch, I think. Yeah. Yeah, we'll use that then. It's going to be in. I wonder what the wet tyres are like. Has it affected the wets? It's just the dry compounds we have to worry about. Not a lot of grip on these cars at all. Luckily the AOR race is quite a bit hotter than this. Like, in terms of time trial, slow down for the second lap. Probably got my brake ducts too closed, even though I'm sure they're on 90 and 75. Right, let me check your messages, guys. Yeah, the Lamborghini. Last time I remember the Lamborghini wasn't great in the rain. The Renault was pretty good. I know the Porsche is a beast in the rain, but there's not many people who have picked the Porsche in our tier. But I'm sure we'll have another wet race some stage. I'm sure we will. I mean, what, Red Bull Ring, what was that, round 3? It's going to be, well, technically, if we didn't miss or our race didn't get postponed, it'll be round 8. So I think we're due a wet race, I think. I actually enjoy the wet races. For me, I feel that's like one of the only times where the bloody live track actually works the way I like it to. Oh, Zolder be half rain. I haven't even looked at the weather center yet. Oh, that's cool. What's it? First half rain, second half dry, or the other way around? I hope it's wet in the first half. I want to do the sort of driving in the dry, having to miss the puddle sort of thing. Not knowing what lap to pit. Haven't had a race like that yet. Dry, wet. Oh, great. Oh, great. Wow, you've tried it? Wow. 3 or 4 seconds slower. That's crazy. That is crazy. What, with the same, using the same setup you was using before in the wet? I mean, if the wet tires are harder. Well, to be honest, in the rain there was a lot of grip for a wet track. If I'm 100% honest, I think there was instances where you could get away with running the softs in the wet if you got out straight away. So I don't know. Um, as long as it's not, I don't mind when there's not a lot of grip if they simulate it properly. But if it's like just completely just ridiculous, then I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. I'll have to try it. Unfortunately, our race got postponed, so we're one race behind all the other tiers on AOR, I think. It's a little bit annoying. Oh, God. I don't know what to say about this patch. I don't know if it's positive or not. For sure, there's maybe one more car in the fight at the front, the AMG. But in terms of, I really did hope the Bentley and the McLaren would be up there. I don't really care for the Cadillac. I don't like the look of it. I don't like the sound of it. It just looks like a, I don't know. The Cadillac's just not for me. I don't like the look of that car. But I was hoping that the Bentley was up there. I'm not too sure that it is. How much fuel did you run, Ironic? Don't be telling me 104 wasn't enough to get to the end of that race. Alright, is that what you tried? I will try that. Alright. Ten. Okay. Alright. I haven't tried the NSX, no. NSX is a good car in terms of how it feels. Well, before patch, it was just lacked a little bit of power. Alright, what I don't understand, I mean, with the whole B.O.P changes and all that kind of stuff, if a car needs power, just give it more power. Stop messing around with the weight. The weight's not done nothing for the Bentley. It's made it nice through corners, or nicer through corners, but it's still not up there. So I mean, you gave the McLaren power, but you didn't give it enough. Just go back to the drawing board. I don't even think they have to, like, I don't think it's even necessary to patch the Ferrari and slow it down. What's necessary is just bring the other cars in line. That's all you gotta do. It cannot be that hard. I don't understand why they're making it out as if it's something dramatically difficult to do. Like they must have, I don't know, they must be able to see the performance of the Ferrari, and they must be able to say, look, there's a McLaren. We'll push the power up to match that. Do you know what I mean? Like, simple. Obviously, it's probably not that simple, but in my mind, it should work that way. Because as far as I'm aware, Assetto Corsa is a much smaller studio than SMS, probably with less funding, and their B.O.Ps are a lot better. Tires are out, tires. Wow, it's like the worst first sector ever. Oh my god. These low attempts, for me, they're just just not can't get the hards to work. I remember the fastest first sector I did before the patch was like a 0.2. Even though I messed up the rest of the lap. So to be doing 0.6s and stuff is quite a way off. Definitely slow for me. I was all over the place with that last sector, it was terrible. 32.7, wow, that's just only a tad faster than race pace. Oh my god. I mean, I didn't have a good last sector, but I don't think I'll be reaching anywhere near my potential. A lot more oversteer through that corner. Oh my god. Wow. Nah, that never happened before the patch, not once. Oversteer on a flat out piece of track. 0.5, slight improvement. Slightly better lap for this. think I could probably get like a 31.8 or something. But I do feel like on the hard tires, I feel like it's a couple tenths down in each sector. Even though I got a point one, which technically was just like a tenth off of what I did for my fastest lap. But when I when I did my original time trial before the last patch, I had like fast sector times just all on different laps. So I managed a point two in the first sector, 35.8 in the middle sector, and 29.2 in the last sector. But I just could never put the laps together, and that was like a point two or point three, 31, 2 or 3. So I don't think I'll be getting back down there anytime soon. And maybe it's just a case of you just gotta completely change the setups, like completely change everything, just to get it back to how it was before. But the tire, I don't know if the tire's harder or if it's just harder to heat up or what, but something feels different about these tires. And it'll be fine if the track's hot, there'll be no problem. But at track temperatures for me, from like 100 to like 180 almost there, I think it's gonna be a bit of a, I don't know, a dodgy one. I think Zolder's gonna be interesting if what Ironic's saying is right. We're gonna be going from dry to wet. That probably means the track conditions are gonna be quite cold before it turns wet. So interesting. But I've been streaming for a while. My wrist's actually hurting. Actually hurting me. It's not too bad. I don't know. It's hard to compare it. I can only compare it to the old sort of the old patch. I have nothing else to compare it to. I might do like a side by side comparison video or something, just to test. But for me, what I wanted to see after the patch, I just wanted to see the cars that were slow to be fast, and I don't know if I've seen that enough to even warrant calling this patch worthwhile in terms of the B.O.P. Because I like for instance on season 7 when we did AOR, you had me and Carl, I think, were in the Z4. You had Catfish was in the Audi. You had CJ in the Bentley. You had Telmo in the Rough, I think. And we had like 5 or 6 different race winners, all in different cars. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I wanted for this game, but it's just not happening. Let's see. Should I make any changes? I could knock the rear tires down a bit. They seem to be heating up more. Maybe put the brake pressure up, slow the car down quicker. This is just for a hot lap, so I was before the patch. I was so confident in my race pace. Oh, it was great. It was wonderful. And then the patch came along. About what? What was it? About 4 hours. About 4 hours before the race was to start. Oh yeah, thank you by the way. Not symmetrical. I'm stupid. And I was in shock. I was in complete shock that the patch came out on a Wednesday. It normally comes out on a Tuesday or Thursday, but they tried to surprise us. I don't know if I need the engine braking on 3. Definitely the preload and the power ramp did help rotate the car a little bit, to be fair. No, I didn't redo my setup from scratch, so I changed little bits that I felt changed in the setup. So as soon as I got the patch and I used the same setup, I started like sort of sliding into corners. So I made the rear end just a little bit softer, maybe one more click on the engine braking, and after that it felt good. It felt similar to what I had before. It was just blatantly slower. That's all. Because I was sort of, I was literally on the game while the patch came out, so I was actually practicing at the time, and I was hitting like 32 nines, 33 1, 33 0, 33 1, 32 9, 33 1, and that was my race pace. And then someone told me, well, Nezran told me that the patch just came out. Yeah, I downloaded it, jumped straight back on, uploaded it, and then it felt terrible. And then I started making changes on that, and then it was sort of 33.5, 33.4, 33.3, 33.5, and yeah, just slower. There might be a bug with old setups. Are you telling me I'm gonna have to delete all my setups? Oh my god. I tell you what did happen to me yesterday though. I was when I tried Zuhai yesterday, and then it wouldn't allow me to save setups. It kept saying setup invalid or not saved, profanity used, like I was swearing in my setup names. I don't know. And then I just couldn't save any setups. It was very weird. What I do as well, I start deleting the setups from the game storage save data instead of off the game, because this game just does weird things to your PlayStation 4, man. Weird things. Last patch you couldn't even get online because if you had over 230 something friends, he just wouldn't even allow you to stay on the game. So I had to start deleting friends and stuff. It's a bit out of order. Wow. This is probably one of my longest streams like ever. I can't even remember what time I started. And I can say after however many hours I've been streaming, I have not learned a damn thing. What can you do, eh? 4:15. 2 hours, is that it? Wow, it feels like I've been streaming for about 4 hours. This streaming life is hard, man. I see these guys on Twitch streaming for like 6 hours straight and stuff. Wow. Right. What I am confused about is just what tire compound is the compound to use. I think what I need to do is do a test race, even if it's against the AI or whatever, and run it at a certain temperature, like a temperature like this, and see if the softs can make it. Right. I did watch your race though, Ironic. He destroyed it. Pretty much. You didn't get too much camera time because you was that far ahead. I don't. How comes you're in? How come? What are you even doing in pro? I don't understand why you're in pro. I'm sure, like you're quicker than the majority of the elite field. I don't understand why they put you in pro. Doesn't really make much sense to me. Wow. I'm sure like time trial times they had like what? How many spaces is there in AOR on PC? I say there's like 30 odd spaces. If not, they at least should like move you up by now. I mean, there's guys in the elite getting lapped and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, come on. The Jardia of Pro. 32 spaces. Nah. I'd be asking to get moved up, me. Yeah, man. Jardia's he's doing his thing, man. He's destroying the elite one. just off of, even yesterday, he didn't have any extra pace, but he's definitely got the consistency. It's probably the hardest thing to have. But what annoys me about the PC Elite though is like every time someone really fast comes in, the fast guy from the season before who won the championship always leaves. Wow. I would have updated them times. I don't care. I would have said, listen, that was not me. That was my little brother. This is me. Right. Yeah. I like the PC Elite days when they had F1 Massa and Kaki and all them guys. That was the days when you had like loads of fast guys at the front. You didn't know who was going to win the race, even though F1 Massa won most of the races. But those were the days, man. Need to get some more super fast guys in the AOR Elite, and they're all in different cars at the front, and then it'll be as good as it was watching it before. Yeah, Kaki was crazy. What I liked about him, he always changed his car. So did Massa, to be fair. Oh my god. Oh my god. I just can't even do it anymore. Cannot even do it anymore. I've lost my mojo. I've been driving for too long. I broke way too early, but I took the complete wrong angle into that corner. Alright. Alright, I'm done. I am done. I didn't try the AMG. I might try that tomorrow after I get back from work. Oh, great. So what do we think, lads? I don't know who else has played the patch. What is the general feeling? This man right here, this is the Lamborghini man that you want. He's got that car down. So yeah. I wanted to try Watkins Glen and stuff. But I'll do that probably tomorrow. As I said, when I get back from work. Mm, 42-0 by Canubio. He's normally a little bit slower than Ronaldo as well, so I wonder what. How is this the last patch? Is it? I don't know. I think my GTR time is patch 3, I think. I haven't been back around there, so interesting. I'm not sure when CJ done this time, but this trash, I know he can go a lot quicker. So I'm not sure what patch that is. Interesting. Is patch 5 slower than patch 4? I think it is on the hard tires. You're probably going to get away with soft tires on some tracks that you never used to be able to, so you might be able to improve your time. But other than that, I'd say patch 4 felt a little bit better, should I say. But yeah, I'm gonna end the stream now. My daughter's probably gonna wake up any second, and trust me, you're not ready for that hooligan. Alright. So, what am I doing? This app is so annoying. I can't even see your comments now. Wonderful. But anyway, thank you guys for watching and participating in this extremely long test. That's supposed to be a B.O.P test that turned into a tire test. That's supposed to be run at Red Bull. That ended up at Zhuhai. But yeah, this is what it is. Hopefully I can get some more videos out for you with new setups once I figure them out. But yeah, I'll bring out my Long Beach video later on tonight, probably, when I have some free time again. But other than that, yeah. See you guys in a bit. I'll catch you ironic on the forum. So yeah, peace.